Good morning, everyone. All right, so today we are back on the Escalade. I finally got the module in. Took about a month from eBay. It was back ordered for I think 2.5 months from the dealership, so this was the best option for the client. It looks in very good condition. Is it going to work? Maybe, maybe not. Haven't really tried it yet, so we're going to go on, plug it in, and from there we are going to have to reprogram it to the characteristics of this vehicle, of the Cadillac that's over here. And then from there, everything should be okay. There's not really any special tools needed for this. If I'm not mistaken, for the reset, you just have to drive it so that the sensor is able to pick up vehicles as they're passing by. But we're going to plug this in, and then we're going to scan for codes, and then we're going to reprogram it. All right. So the sensor was on the rear left bumper, so that's where I'm going to go install this right now. You guys can go and see the previous video on where this is actually located. I'll put a link up here in case anybody wants to go check that out. And from there, we're gonna program it afterwards. So I'm gonna go install this, and I'll be back with everybody in about 5 minutes. All right, got the top down loading up right now. Gonna walk over to the Cadillac, turn on the keys, scan for codes, see what's active, what's not. Do we need to do programming onto it? We probably do. But we're gonna take and verify all that. Typically, you do have to put the characteristics of the vehicle into the module, or else it might not work properly. Okay, so let's get in here. We're going to go back. We're gonna go auto scan as soon as I start this guy up, because I want to see what happens on the dash. Oh, I don't know. All the lights went out. Let's scan for codes and see what happens. Oh, side detection system. All right, dismiss. So, but there's no lights on, which is nice. So what we're gonna do is just scan. It's probably gonna say that it needs to be programmed. I think this was left side detection. Let's just enter. Oh. Seat memory. I have no idea what type of seat memory is onto this vehicle. Typically it's a QR code, but you know what? We're just gonna go with this because I don't know. But we can actually get into the module, so that is good. Read fault code, DTC display, control unit software not programmed, electronic control unit not programmed. Okay, so what we can do is back out, and we're gonna have to program this to the vehicle now, and this should fix all of our issues. But the fact that we can actually get into the module now, it's a good sign that the issue is resolved. So I'm gonna hook up my Sorento to the battery to keep the battery fully charged as I do the programming, and I'll bring you guys along once I get my laptop and everything set up. So I'll be back. All right. Okay, so right now I am on my laptop. I'm gonna log into AC Delco TDS. I'm gonna have to buy a VIN for this vehicle. Sorry about the glare, everyone. I'm gonna have to buy a slot for this VIN, and then from there, we're gonna have to open up TechLine Connect, and we're gonna get started with this programming. So we're gonna go into AC Delco TDS, and I'm gonna put in all my credentials. It might not work because I just changed my password last night. Let's see, because I couldn't remember it. No. All right, so give me a minute. I'm gonna, oh, maybe if I spell my username properly. All right, give me a minute because my laptop seems to be messing up. Now I am logged in. In order to be able to log in, you gotta create an account. They are free, okay? And then they always ask you to go and agree to the terms and conditions. So we're gonna do that. We are gonna save because I changed it last night. All right. Now what we are going to do is that we have to add a new service programming. Okay, so SPS. So we have to add one. Now the price did go up, so We're just gonna add to cart. I'm gonna pause you guys. I'm gonna go pay for this and then I'll be back. You just go to checkout and you add in all your credentials at this point. All right, so now that is done. So now what we have to do is that we have to go to view and we're gonna show add a VIN, all right, which is right here. We're gonna click on that. Now this is where we're gonna be able to put in, well, actually not even put in a new VIN. The tool is gonna do everything for us, okay? So we're just gonna launch TechLine Connect. I got everything downloaded and updated again last night. It was already on my laptop, but I haven't used TechLine Connect in a little while, so I had to do a pretty big update. So I did all that last night. Now, what this is gonna do is that it's gonna end up launching TechLine Connect onto your laptop, all right? It's gonna check for the software updates. I'm just gonna turn the key on, okay? Sorry. In order to get these into ignition mode, just hold the power button, the start button, sorry, for roughly 10 seconds and it'll go into power mode, okay? Now, why did it not go in? That's weird. Let's try this again. Oh, did it close? I don't think so. Let's try this again. Oh, there it is, okay? So it's gonna tell me that there's already an instance open. It's gonna renew the GDS2 lease. And there we go. All right, now as you can tell, I got my maxi flash hooked up. Okay, there are some vehicles, especially the newer ones, where the maxi flash actually doesn't work and you're gonna have to get a newer J2534 programming device. All right, but for this one we should be okay. We're gonna go connect the vehicle. Now it should tell me to pick my Elite Pro, which is what this one is. Okay, maxi flash Elite. So we're gonna click on continue. And it connected to the vehicle. Now it should go in and get the VIN information for us. That's perfect. All right. Now from there, what we are going to do is go to SPS2. It's been a while since I did this. Let's make sure the VIN is okay. 9474. We'll come over onto the door, if I can find it. And we have a 9474, okay? So that is the correct VIN. So what we wanna do is that we wanna take and we wanna reprogram, all right? And we're gonna go to Auto Detect Tool. And we're good with that. Now we're gonna take here and we're gonna click on Next down at the bottom. And now it's gonna create a new SPS VIN, which then is going to give us access to reprogramming the modules. Now, when you're reprogramming one module, you might have to do multiple modules. I checked on all data quickly, and for this one, it was just really go into the module and reprogram it. But you cannot reprogram the right side blind spot detection if you don't have the left side installed or programmed. That's what I understood with that. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to scroll down. If I'm not mistaken, it was a KL or B something, short range. I think it was K though, left. So here it is, side object, yeah, it was B218L, which is side object sensor module left. So that is the one that we are gonna pick, okay? From there, we're gonna go into programming, VCI normal, that's good. So now we're gonna pick next. It didn't have any other programming sequences. This is going to say that it's going to take one of my VIN slots. I'm okay with that. What's nice with GM, if I'm not mistaken, you're good for 2 years onto a specific vehicle. So if ever you have to come back, you don't have to repay for this onto this vehicle. Okay? We're going to do that. Oh, what happened there? Well, that's weird. I think I might have to reopen everything. All right, sorry about that, guys, but I did finish the update. What ended up happening was that my tool, my J2534 device, was actually out of date. So I had to go up and I had to update my tool, and then that fixed all the issues. But right now, all I'm doing is clearing the DTCs. Was just go in, press program, and basically it just went through. Okay, so now it says all the DTCs have been cleared. So now what we're going to do is take and hook up. We're going to go actually proceed with same VIN. We're going to go with new. Okay, which is basically just going to exit everything. What I'm going to do now is just exit. Okay, we're going to hook up the top on, and we're going to see if our codes are gone now. So we're just going to cycle through first. Sorry, I forgot to actually bring you guys back because I've been messing around with it for the last 15 minutes. So, okay. Let's see. Get in here, hold this button. There we go. All right. So now we're just going to come in. We're going to press the reconnect button. Oh, without breaking everything. All right. Hopefully we can get back in. Bluetooth connected. I might have to go back in. We're going to go read fault codes. If a DTC display. See if it gets in. And as we can tell right now, we have no codes. So we're going to start this up. We're going to see on the dash if we still have our codes that pop up. I'm going to put the laptop to the side. As we can tell right now, everything looks a-okay. It doesn't seem like if there's anything else that needs to be done with this vehicle. Okay. I do have the hood open. All right. Change engine soon, which was there earlier. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take it for a test drive, and we're going to see if our blind spot actually catches other vehicles, because that's what this is for. So let's bring it on a small test drive, and we'll see what's going on after that. But for right now, everything is communicating, and everything looks okay. So I'm just going to go into a smart scan. Okay. Because, like I said, when I looked at the programming procedure, it didn't say that we had to do any type of resets. So it's just really reprogram it, and that's it. And if there was any other type of resets, the SPS would have said to perform this after programming. So in the programming section, that's what it would have said. So we're gonna go. We'll get this going. Okay. Put down this window. I gotta go turn off my car, take off the booster cables. Nice. Wanted to make sure that the vehicle stayed charged, so let's take off this. And we'll take off this one. Okay. I thought I had everything updated, but I guess I missed my tool last night. So, but that's okay. You wanna know what? As long as it worked, it worked. Because I found it weird because I have another tool, the OBDX Pro GT. And the reason I got that tool is to basically reprogram Dodge vehicles. It works very, very well on the ECUs for Dodge. I'm going to show you guys that into another video. But basically, the tool just connects on bench. And you go ahead and you're able to read the VIN data and the key data, the flash data and the EEPROM data from the ECUs, and you're able to just transfer it very, very quickly on bench with the OBDX Pro GT. You can also change the VIN in that portion, but it's a pretty nifty tool. I'm going to go on a road test with this, and we're going to see how everything is going, or how everything is working. Okay. So I'm just going to go turn off my car because it doesn't have to be started anymore. All right. Sometimes. There we go. I forgot my light under the car, under this this Escalade last time I was here, which was almost like a month and a half ago. And when I got there, it was still there. I was very surprised, but very nice to see that. Yeah. Oh, I thought I turned it off. Guess not. No, I did. Okay. So, we'll lock the door. Hopefully it doesn't start raining while I'm gone. Clouds are rolling in. Okay, let's bring this for a little drive and we'll see what's happening. Okay, but so far, everything looks good. Dismiss. What is the driver assist system? Which is the backup sensors, I'm guessing. Maybe there's code somewhere else. Here, let's plug that in. Let's reconnect. The ASCM has codes into it, which is lost communication with the short range radar, which is in the front of this vehicle. Ooh, so that's something completely different. Okay, and it is a current code. So let's just turn this off real quick. Okay, let's try this. Let's go enter. I'm going to erase the code. Why? Because I don't believe that this code was there before, but I could be wrong. Okay. Let's start the vehicle back up. Okay. Let's see if there's another. Let's read default code. We'll dismiss that. Okay. Yeah, so with the rear short range radar sensor module, current. Where is this? With rear short range radar. U026B. So I'm gonna have to pause you guys. I'm gonna go take a look at that. Maybe I do have to reprogram something else, but I don't think so.